What's up, YouTube? This is Lomax, Master of the Academy, and today is going to be my Captain America non-spoiler / spoiler review. And what that means is, for the first few minutes, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. Before I get started, I need to give a few shout-outs. I've been really busy lately. You saw that on my previous video, but this has actually been legitimately busy. I've gotten in contact with the Mandalorian Merc Costuming Club, and I want to give a shout-out to them, especially Romeo, who's really helped me get started and pointed in the right direction. So thank you guys. Your support's been great. I hope to have armor built soon-ish, at least by the end of the year. Anyway, so thanks for your support, and now on with the show. So Captain America Civil War, as I said, it's heroes. Basically, you have 12 heroes on screen. This is a lot going on at one time. There's just constant movement, pretty much constant action throughout the entire film. I would say there's really not too many slow places. There is one very obvious villain who's illustrating everything, and then you have two guys that are kind of background characters. Their names are mentioned. They have one or two speaking lines, but if you are a fan of comic books, then you'll recognize the names, as these guys are future villains, or they're backplot villains that are pulling strings. So there's a total of actually 3 that I recognized, and we'll see if you can recognize those later. So the movie's really good. These are the actors that brought you the characters to silver screen. These are the characters that you've learned to love over the series of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's done greatly, and as I said before, it's just a lot going on at one time. The only negative that I have for this film is that it's left open in the end. So things will have to get kind of tidied up either in another hero movie or the next Avengers movie, which is the Infinity War, where I don't see they're going to have time to wrap things up in loops. But you never know. It can happen. So, non-spoiling, I give it a good 8.5 out of 10. So go see it, and it'll definitely be worth your time. See it in theaters, and I always suggest 2D because that's just me. So that's the end of my non-spoiler review. Here comes my spoiler review. Go ahead, I'm going to give you a few seconds to click off. As I said earlier, it's left open at the end. Well, that's because there's no resolve. Iron Man is still at, the opposite side of Captain America. They're not really enemies. They're I guess they're frenemies at the end. They still have their side. They still have this Sokovia Accord that wants, pretty much is like the mutant registration with X-Men. And the other thing is the government wants to control the Avengers. Basically, you don't go into battle unless we say you go into battle. And, they don't get to pick their fights and things like that. So it's in that spirit that they just left it open. You still have 2 sides of heroes. And I didn't really particularly like that too much. I did like the fighting. I do like the fact that no hero actually dies in the movie. I was really worried about Iron Patriot there for a moment. He fell out of the sky. That was a real tense moment for me. There's a lot that goes on. They just cover so much story in so little time with so much action. It's hard to follow it all, but at the same time, it's this amazing cinematic experience. I don't think that this is going to be like the highest grossing Marvel movie. Not by far, but it's definitely worth our time. Main storyline here is that there's an explosion in the beginning, kills civilians. Captain America and his group is held accountable for it. Tony Stark wasn't there. So when they come up with this thing at the UN called the Sokovia Accord, which will make them register and sign an agreement saying that they won't go into fights that the UN doesn't tell them to. They'll basically mind their own business unless they're really needed. And of course that, doesn't go over well for Captain America. But Tony Stark, he's like all for it. We have too much power. These things from the previews. I was really surprised to see Hawkeye in it. I didn't really like the way they gave his storyline. You know, he left his family to come back and fight and winds up in jail. That's just not a. I'm a family man. I really believe in families. So, for the most part, that's it. It really is an action hero movie, and there's not much else to say about it. I did enjoy the way they did the Black Panther. His abilities, they didn't explain where he got them, how he got them, the mythology behind his abilities, which I really wish they would have, but from what I understand, I think they're doing a standalone Black Panther movie, which will be great. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited for that to come out, and that's just going to be how that is. So, my thing for now is enjoy the movie for what it is, which is a cinematically awesome hero fight movie. I mean, if you played like a old Sega game and, you know, like Street Fighter, that's what this is. This is Street Fighter with Marvel heroes. So, have fun with that. Just enjoy the movie, have fun with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, I have a giveaway going on right now. I've got some Star Wars hat pins that I've got 2 of them I'm going to mail out to a winner. All you got to do is be a subscriber, leave a comment below to be entered for those hat pins. I also right now have my 100 subscriber challenge going on. If I can get 100 subscribers, I will contact Alyssa Be Crazy. I'll go ahead and put a link to her channel below, and what I'm going to do is have her give me a challenge for your entertainment. And I'm not really going to have any say in the challenge that she gives me. So I'm going to try to make it a lot of fun. But I got to get 100 subscribers to do that. So please subscribe, leave your comment. And that's going to be all for today. So this is Lomax with the Academy signing off. Don't panic, keep calm, and remember, Han shot first.